Hey y'all, it's your girl Leja, and I'm here with episode 2 of my podcast called Say It Once More. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. As y'all can see today, I'm a little up close and personal. It's definitely giving up close and personal today. And in this video, we'll be talking about defining moments. What is a defining moment? When do I experience a defining moment? I'm glad you asked. So let's get into the definition of what a defining moment is. It says a defining moment is a moment that changes the course of your life or change your perspective in life. And it says there will be times in your life where you will have moments that changes the way you live, that changes the way you think, eat, hear, take action, and etc. So in other words, I believe that we experience these moments, defining moments, each and every day of our lives, whether it's at home, whether it's school, work, church, grocery store, wherever you are. Every day is a moment to every day we experience a defining moment, and it gives us the opportunity to assess our shortcomings and our wins so that we can know the next move in our life, determine the next move in our life, determine the next action that we need to take in our life. And as I was doing my studying and as I was, reading up on the topic and figure out points to, point out some things that God has us to do, only we can do it. Can't nobody, and that's why I said what's for you gonna always be for you, because some things God only has your name written on it. And as I go into more of it, I say that my most recent defining moment, and I would say a small one and a major one, but my small one was that I was at a store with not a store, but a restaurant with my friend, and we were eating at a restaurant. It's our first time eating there. And I was sharing with her a few things of, about the podcast, like target audience and things like that. And I was telling her, well, I'm trying to appeal to a younger crowd and things like that. And lo and behold, it's so crazy how we was at a restaurant that was next to a high school. And the high schoolers was just getting out, and they came into the restaurant. So I'm guessing that was like a place maybe they meet up, wait for their parents and things like that. But it was like I was just talking to my friend about the audience, and then it seems as if they just came. And in that moment, I was so scared because she was like, well, this is your opportunity to go talk to her. And I would tell you, like, it was over 10, young people in that restaurant. She was like, this is your opportunity to go talk. And when I tell you, sometimes fear will hold you back from doing the thing that God has called you to do. Fear will hold you back from seizing the opportunities that God presents you. Don't let it when you are faced with an opportunity on spot, that's your moment. If it's to say a quick prayer, Lord, give me the words to say, Lord, help me. Because I tell you, I got so much anxiety, and I was just like, I don't know, Lord. I don't know if we was just talking about it. So I will admit, I will be 100% transparent. I didn't speak, and in that moment, that is when I experienced my defining moment. I know it was fear that tried to stop me, but what was the root? Like, what was really the root of me not speaking up? And I was going to do another video on it, but I'm like, no, I'm going to need to say this right now. But sometimes the fear of rejection also will stop us from seizing opportunities that God presents us. The fear of rejection. And I had to realize that everybody ain't going to want to listen to you. Everybody ain't going to say yes to what you want to do. Everybody ain't going to agree to what you want to do. Everybody ain't going to want to do what you want to do. And you have to be okay with that. And that was my defining moment. I had to understand that I need to go out there and do it and accept whatever answer that I get. And yeah, so that was one of the smallest. I would say that was still kind of major, but it was small. But I would say my most recent major defining moment will be when I realized that I had to let people go. I had to let some people go. And it shifted my perspective because I had to understand that when you are trying to better yourself, when you are trying to go closer to God, when you are trying to get your life right, everybody can't go with you. You are going to have to leave some people behind. I know it sounds harsh, but it is necessary. And sometimes it may hurt, but you have to do it because some people can be a hindrance to your growth. And you can't let people make decisions for your life. You can't let people decide where your life will go because they want to be around the old you or what's familiar or, the comfortable you. And you can't depend on people to make decisions for your life. And when you are in that season of decision making, when you are in that season of having a major defining moment, that is the time where you seek God the most. You asking God for his wisdom. You asking God for his knowledge. You asking God for insight on how to handle this situation. How do I switch? What type of way should I be thinking about this? And just be willing to go against what's normal and expected. Sometimes you have to be willing to go against what's normal and expected of you and and stand firm on what God told you to do and what God said to you and called you to do. You have to prepare yourself for people to say, you ain't really changed. You still the same old guy from 4 years ago. You still the same old girl for 3 years ago. Oh, you think you better now? How many of us know that God can change your life within a month, a day? He can turn some things around so quick because he always doing the unbelievable. And I never understood why when you trying to get yourself together or trying to change for the better, people always confuse it with you think you better. Now, I can see sometimes people may change for the better and start to succeed and lose being humble. But when you're a humble person and you're trying to better yourself, people shouldn't be thinking that way. Some people can't accept that you're changing. Some people can't accept your change. Some people can't accept that you don't do what you used to do with them. Some people can't accept that you don't be around them no more. Some people can't accept that you don't talk to them like how you used to talk to them. You ain't as closest to them as you used to be. Some people can't accept that. And the enemy will have you second guessing your choices your choices to, get better and to be better, because he will say, look how lonely you is now that you chose better. Oh, he will use that loneliness. Oh, he will use it. The enemy will use that loneliness word. Because when you get better, it starts to get lonely. Because everybody ain't going where you're going. Everybody ain't trying to do what you're trying to do. Everybody ain't trying to be who you're trying to be. Everybody ain't trying to surround yourself with the people you trying to surround yourself with. That's why they say it's important for you to have like-minded individuals in your circle. Because if you start to get that sense, oh, I'm lonely, you will start going to anywhere. You will start going back to who you used to be. Start going back to what you used to do. Because that loneliness will take you there. If you ain't in God's word and you ain't doing what God has called you to do, and if you ain't strong in faith knowing that God will send you the people you need, that loneliness, that depression will take you there. So I want to encourage you today. When you are in a season, of decision making, when you realize these defining moments, major or small, these decisions, when you have to make these decisions, big or small, seek God in all of it. Seek God in all of it. Don't trade in the best answer that God gives for a good, fast answer that the world and people will give. Because a relationship with God is eternal. It's forever. He always has your back. But a relationship with the world, with things of this world, is temporary. And it ain't got your back. So you choose the direction that you want your life to go in. And be encouraged. And I just want to say as a side note, thank you guys for tuning into this video. Thank you guys for coming on this journey with me of starting my very first podcast. I know I have some tongue twisters and things in there, but I thought this was going to be easy. I thought the whole process of getting the episodes out and everything would be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, y'all. And I'm going to be 100% transparent. It's a challenge from the editing, from the recording, and things of that nature. But we're going to stick to it. We're going to stick through it, and we're going to continue to do it. By the grace of God, we'll get through it. I don't know where I got that from, but yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you on episode 3 of Say It Once More podcast. Thank you. Bye.